Despite a rocky launch, the Xbox One has had great success, and even though it's approaching its twilight years, it may get a new lease on life thanks to some new tech. Hey guys, what's up? Back with another video. Today, I want to talk about the Xbox One consoles, not the series consoles, but the Xbox One consoles, as they might be getting a decent performance boost with, you guessed it, FidelityFX Super Resolution. Now, just for clarification, I did make a mistake on my Xbox Series S video when I mentioned the fact that it uses AI. That's actually not the case. It's a shadow-based technique that uses an algorithm to upscale the image to native quality, or close to it. So not quite the same as DLSS, but the same type of concept, taking a lower resolution image and upscaling it to a higher resolution image. I just wanted to set that straight. FidelityFX Super Resolution actually officially launched on June 22nd, and according to channels like Digital Foundry and Hardware Unboxed, you can see some pretty significant performance gains with some of the various presets. Now, depending on what resolution you're targeting, your results may vary. As of right now, FSR is a lot better utilized when targeting 4K. As you go down in resolution, the results aren't as great. I mean, they look pretty decent at 1440p, but 1080p is when you start noticing that loss in detail. But I think it's still a good start, and it has a lot of potential to be improved upon in the next couple of years, especially because unlike DLSS, FSR is open source, meaning that anybody can tweak it and mod it to improve upon it even further. When AMD announced that FidelityFX Super Resolution was coming to the consoles, we assumed, or at least I assumed, that they meant the next gen consoles, so namely the Xbox Series X and S and the PlayStation 5. I don't think anybody was expecting this feature to come to the last gen consoles. This is very exciting news for owners of the Xbox One consoles because it's pretty much free performance. Who doesn't want free performance? Now, I'm not really sure if we're going to be seeing the performance gains similar to what Hardware Unboxed and Digital Foundry found, but I do think FSR will boost frame rates by a decent amount across the board, while still maintaining close to native image quality. We might not see the Xbox One X play games at 4K 120Hz, but we could see 4K 60 on a more consistent basis, or the Xbox One targeting 1080p 60 on a more consistent basis. That was one of the issues that the Xbox One had last generation. There were just certain games that were a little bit too demanding on the system and really struggled to run well at all. So I think FSR could really come in handy and make some of those games that didn't run that well on the Xbox One run a lot better than they did before. Microsoft seems to be a lot more willing to support their older hardware than we've been led to believe. A couple weeks ago, Microsoft announced that the Xbox One will be able to play next-gen games through the cloud. I mean, yeah, you're not playing it natively, but at least they're giving you that option with the ability to play next-gen games in the cloud, and FSR being added to the Xbox One consoles. It's looking like they're going to be supported for a lot longer than we thought. Now the question is, since this is getting added to the Xbox One consoles, can this be added by extension to the PlayStation 4 consoles? Things are still a little bit up in the air. Sony hasn't actually come out and given an official confirmation that FidelityFX Super Resolution is coming to the consoles. I mean, we know that it is supported, it can be supported. I guess it's really up to Sony and their internal developers to decide whether or not they want to add it in. I mean, with what we know about this technology, I don't see why they wouldn't do it. If implemented correctly, this could extend the life of both last-gen consoles by up to maybe 5 years. We could be seeing a 10-year lifespan for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. Whether or not newer games will run well on the older systems by then is up for debate, but that's certainly not going to stop developers from using technologies like FSR to continue to push the hardware. We've seen in the past that developers have been able to squeeze a lot out of the last generation consoles to give us some truly great looking and great performing games. And having FSR in their toolset only allows them to make their games on last generation consoles even better, which I think is a win for everybody. But hey, that's just what I think about the Xbox One consoles getting FSR support. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. If you guys like this video, give it a like, consider subscribing, and if you do, make sure you hit that notification bell so you never miss out on all of these awesome videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, pieces, deuces, and everything in between.